Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Max. I run an SNMA, a super niche marketing agency, and on this channel we explore how to start, run, and grow a successful marketing agency that generates great results for our clients, but also helps us as the entrepreneur to achieve financial, time, and location freedom. So if that sounds interesting to you, consider subscribing and following along on the journey. In today's video, I want to talk about why I run an SNMA, a super niche marketing agency, and why it is a great business idea. So I'm basically going to talk about the benefits. First of all, the financial freedom that you can achieve, the location freedom that you can achieve, and then also the time freedom that you can achieve if you start an SNMA. So I'm basically going to talk about the benefits if you start an SNMA, a super niche marketing agency: financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom. So without further ado, let's just dive into point number one and talk about the financial freedom aspect side of things. So my main motivation when I started my agency was to achieve financial freedom. And I think this is the main motivator for most aspiring entrepreneurs out there as well. Because when I started my agency, I was basically doing a coding job. I was a coder and I had a really good internship and I had a really good future set up for myself in that industry and in that niche. But I didn't really like the idea of working for somebody else, and I didn't really enjoy coding neither. I kind of just saw a future in it, that it was something that would be good to know in the future, but I didn't really enjoy it. So my main goal when I decided to start my own business, and when I did that first Google search online, like how to actually make money online, it was because I wanted to achieve financial freedom for myself. I wanted to be able to live wherever I want to be able to do whatever I want, and also be able to help out my friends and family when they needed it, essentially. And I'm not a big consumer. I don't like to buy a bunch of stuff, clothes or cars, or go on super expensive vacations or anything. I'm living quite frugally, actually. I'm not spending too much money on just stuff. I like to have a nice place where I live, essentially, and then have the essentials, and that's basically it. But it's more so just the feeling of being financially independent that is really nice, essentially. Just knowing that you're running a business, that you have a safe income stream coming in every month, you can take out salary, and you don't have to stress about money, essentially. You don't have to stress about how am I going to pay my next bills. You can also start to save some money. You can also start to think about your future in the long term. Like, now when I actually start to earn some money, what should I do with the money? In the beginning, I was just thinking about, stacking money in my bank, and I didn't really know what to do about it. It's not the smartest idea because inflation is basically eating up your money by like 2 or 3% every single year. So it's not that nice. So then you have to learn a little bit more about like investing. How can you invest in a smart way? Like maybe do an index fund and invest your money for over like 30-40 years. You can grow your wealth that way, so that when you stop working, you will have some nice money in the bank from the compounding effect and stuff like that. So my point here is, like, my absolute biggest motivator when I started my SNMA, my super niche marketing agency, was that I wanted to achieve financial freedom. And I think that's the main motivator for pretty much every aspiring entrepreneur out there, that you're like, maybe you're stuck in like a job that you're not really that passionate about, or maybe you don't know what to do with your life. That was for sure my main thing when I started, that I didn't really know what to do with my life. And I didn't really know even what an entrepreneur was. I didn't even know that it was possible to start your own business and earn your own money and actually building a great future for yourself. I thought you had to go the normal route, that the school teaches you, that you have to get good grades and then you have to apply for a job and blah blah. And that reality was just so boring for me. I didn't really want to work for anybody else, but I wanted to have like a creative outlet for myself where I could use my own creativity, my own goals, my own passions, my own aspirations to create something for myself. And there's always risk involved in starting your own business. I think that I like that risk. I don't really see it as a risk, because either you learn. If it doesn't work out the first time, which is not going to do most of the times, if you learn from somebody else that have done what you want to do, you save yourself a lot of time and a lot of headache, obviously. But even if you learn from somebody who has done what you have done, you're still gonna go through like a trial and error period where you just have to go through the hoops to learn how to do certain things. And my point here is that you are going to fail, but it's not really a failure. It's more so just a correction taking you closer to your goal. So let's talk about the next point why I started an SNMA, a super niche marketing agency, and why it is a great business idea. And that is the time freedom. So when you start a business, the first question you have to ask yourself is like, okay, what type of business am I actually going to start? You can start a ton of different businesses. You can go for a ton of different industries. You can do it offline, like a brick and mortar type of business. You can do it online. You can do like a service. You can do an e-commerce type of thing where you have to ship products. You can do a ton of different things when it comes to business. I decided to go for the online side of things, obviously, because if you're a younger aspiring entrepreneur, but really if you're older as well, like doing things online and building a product that is online or a service that is online just makes things so much easier. And I'm gonna tell you how this kind of applies into time freedom. Because if you're doing something online and you're selling a service, let's say you start an SNMA like I do, a super niche marketing agency, then you're basically just selling value, right? And you're selling the value over the internet. I create campaigns, I create ads, I help residential roofing contractors out there in our agency to get more leads, appointments, and deals, and I do everything online. So that makes it very easy for me to scale. I don't have to meet any specific customers in the offline world in real life. I don't have like a brick and mortar type of business that I have to go to and serve my clients there. I can do everything online. And over time, you learn how to do your service online better and better. You learn how to do SOPs and systems. You learn how to systemize things and create workflows around things. And for example, if you start an SNMA and you create a service for a super niche type of industry, we only help residential roofers, but maybe you're a super niche personal trainer, let's say, or a super niche whatever. When you learn how to do your service delivery in a smarter way, it also becomes easier to scale. You can basically just copy paste what is working for your clients currently and then copy paste that same solution into new client, and everything is online, so it's so much easier to scale. And this creates time freedom for yourself. You can basically save up some time for yourself to do other stuff than just working hard 24/7 essentially. And I'm not saying that starting an SNMA is like doesn't take any time or doesn't take any work. It definitely do. I'm probably spending more time in my business than I have to, simply because I want to and because I like it. But it's also just nice to know that if you start a business that allows you to systemize things online and do things a little bit smarter online and utilize those levers that we have online right now, it saves up time for you so that you can do other stuff that you want to do as well. Maybe you have a family, maybe you want to spend more time with your kids, or maybe you want to spend more time with your parents. That's definitely my scenario right now. My parents just stopped working and my dad and my mother is gonna start playing some more golf. So I want to spend some more time with them and play some golf with them. Or maybe you have some friends, or maybe you have a hobby, maybe you want to be able to work out. That's a huge thing for me as well. I love to work out, so I can go to the gym every single day when I want to. I can start to think about other things, take care of my diet, take care of my mental health. I can do some meditation. I don't have to ask my boss when and where I can do things. I'm my own boss and I can do things whenever I want to. So the time freedom when you start your own business is a huge one. The third reason why I started an SNMA and why it is a great business idea is because it gives you location freedom. And this is definitely an aspect that I'm not utilizing that much in my personal life. I'm kind of like a lone wolf that likes to spend most of my time in my apartment and just working. But with that said, I could definitely start to travel more if I wanted to, because I can work from wherever. If I can just have my laptop with me, that's all I need, and an internet connection essentially. And I remember when I was younger and when I started to think about becoming an entrepreneur, that I didn't really know what it was initially, but when I started to think about it, I always used like visualize stuff, and I always used to lay down in my bed and kind of just visualize the future that I wanted for myself. I'm not doing that as much nowadays. It's super powerful. I love to do it and I'm pretty good at visualizing stuff. But when I started, I always used to visualize myself at an airport, going through like the metal detector and that type of drill that you do at the airport. And I just had my backpack on me and I just unloaded my laptop into those boxes when they go through the scanner type of thing. I just saw myself traveling on with my laptop and being able to be wherever I want to and earning myself some really, really good money, and also having some time over for myself to be able to do what I want. So yeah, starting your own business, and if you are an aspiring entrepreneur, entrepreneur, you know, it's very important to choose a specific business that you want to go for that allows you to have financial freedom, obviously. But there's a lot of businesses that can give you financial freedom. It's more so the other two, that like the location and also the time freedom, that a lot of people overlook. They might, you know, I'm just going to start this type of business because it's going to make me a ton of money. And fine, if that's what you want to do, that's awesome. But if you know, just earning a ton of money, it's not gonna, it's fun, it's nice. And you know, we all have different goals, but it's also, you don't want to be stuck with a business that is forcing you to be at a specific place and that is forcing you to work all the time. I'm promising you it's gonna burn you out. You're not gonna enjoy it anymore. So it's much better in my opinion to just start a business that allows you to earn a lot of money, that is scalable, but it also allows you to have some time and location freedom as well if you wanted to. So I think that pretty much sums up this video with the financial freedom, location freedom, and time freedom. I do an SNMA, super niche marketing agency, and this channel we basically talk about and explore how to start a successful agency. But everything that we talk about, it can really be applied to any type of business. And kind of the main thing that we talk about is super niche. It's like, if you start a business, become a super niche personal trainer, become a super niche marketing agency owner, or whatever that might be. It just makes things a lot easier and a lot better. So if you're interested in that, consider subscribing. You can also check out this video where I'm talking about something else that you might be interested in. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.